I see me. For some reason this is not working okay. God, hello, Paul. It's violence in prayers because A, B, showman, C, violence, passionate love, his personal fun. Really be, I'm used, okay, I'm usually up at this time, according to everyone who knows me. I'm a vampire. Hello, okay, yeah, I know. I just, why not? You know. By the way, guys, get to today because I'm coming back. Something special on. If you think the vibes are bad, later on we'll be here. Prayers of a whole and its people decide to come together and wish death on people. Where they are all dressed in red. Simon, the pastor is dressed in red. His whole congregation, you see the whole place is like it's people dressed, ready to pray prayers of death. The title of the A Time, no, let's see, it's time to die. I don't. Can you imagine the church decide to come together and pray death on enemies? Hello, good morning. Don't. Hmm. This is because God showed us He needs. God gets mad. He just kills. There are many examples of that in the Bible where God and He just said there is no option. Said be Mother Esther. How is Her Majesty? Well, thank you. Yeah. Let's see. This Donut Head. Feel well. This thing is slowing down. Need someone to create an intro and outro so I don't miss. Needs someone to create her an intro. Don't miss any. Okay. All right. I think I've intro. I just need this intro. Never mind. We'll get there. Hello, Godless Scammer. Okay. Today's this morning's little thing I've got for you guys. This pastor. Now, guys, I want you to notice most of the pastors I talk about. There is a common with most of these people who preach Christianity, and trend is them have never been to a Bible college. Most of these people have never stepped foot in a seminary school. So who teaches them to be pastors? Who teaches them what they teach to others? Do they just open the Bible and become teachers? That's the common trend you will find with most of the people I talk about here. Anyone, just about anyone, can become a pastor. And they make good money doing this. So, Christians, if you're a Christian, you're listening to me, You really have to ask those questions. Who teaches your teacher? Okay, so let's have a look here. Share my. So this man, right? He's got nearly a million, about 700 and something thousand subscribers um on YouTube, nearly a million. This morning he was on live. Guess how many people were watching him? Guess. Have a guess. How many people? Right now, I've got how many people watching me? I've got 6 people. Guess how many people he had watching these violent prayers? 57,000. 57,000 people just an hour ago. 57,000. So this is Pastor Jerry. Pastor Jerry, let's have a look. Let's see a little bit about Pastor Jerry. So he was born the 22nd, 1982 in blog. He says, we bring every piece of, oh, okay. This is just net worth. What's his net? Oh, Jerry Uchechukwu is seeded, seeded pastor. A seed, what does that mean? Is it full of seeds or what? Let me increase. I'm reading. To be a seed. How, what pastor? Oh, seeded. To be a seeded like that. Be seeded. Okay, here, seeded God of Word of God. What the? Wait, Viking. Jerry, God of God, and dynamic founder. They usually, most of 1 million, 57,000 more given points in time. A dynamic and president of Joy International Fast. Mm-hmm. In a humble family, he established the Stream International in 2011. He established Streams of Joy International. Oh gosh. He established National in 2011. Now he has called. Those are two different. So Streets of Joy International is a church made up with many moral and nationality, many moral nationalities. Okay. More than 5,000 worshippers in various branches. Blah, right. Pastor Jerry was born into a single poor state. So he was snazzy, making all that God money. Yes. Okay. Settled. So what does it mean, Pastor? Two things. Settled. They say he's seated and he is settled. He's seated and settled. Seated. That. Okay. settle this little thing going on. He's a passionate God and president, Dreams of Joy International. Jerry Eze was the word him to major platforms through please he pre. So what is he? So what is his net worth? All right, guys, that's about. Let's go now. Let's have a look at what Pastor Jerry has been on. Wow, 44,000 views. How is that even a thing? If it's 44,000, and when he was live, it was 57,000, or was it 5.7? I don't know, but whatever the case. Okay, 1 second. Let's go and have a look. Right. One more time, say what feet. What you can. Take it. Amen. Turn louder. Of the tribe of Judah. Of the tribe of Judah has prevailed. Of Judah. I have a question. My question is, if you, guys, I'm not, my thing is not, I'm not hardwired. No, just 1 second, guys. I'm not hardwired. It was 1 second, guys. Let's see. I've got a question. Head. No, that's not a wall of money. It's a wall of prayer requests. Some people requesting they want to be prayed for. They send in. So that is the wall of prayer requests. The wall where people have sent in their requests. So my question is this: if you have to pray so hard to your God, are you sure He's really hearing you? It says that your God's ears are not too deaf to hear you, neither His hand too short to save you. So if you have to pray so hard, so violently, at the top of your voice, are you sure He's hearing you? He probably can't hear you. Probably isn't even there. Because, guys, let me ask. I said that's a lot of requests. The connection is better now. Exactly. wasn't sure. Okay. Doorknob head, please. Doorknob head, please help me. Do you think that all Christians pray to the same God? Do you think that all Christians all pray to the same God? Because why do you go to some Christian establishments and they pray different? They would pray, Hail Mary, full of grace, blessed art thou amongst women, blessed is the fruit of thy womb, Jesus. I don't know how that one goes anymore. Then you go to another place, they pray all this. So, do you think they pray to the same God or different? What do you think? Because if they pray to the same God, then there should be uniformity in all the Christian establishments, right? Otherwise, hmm. Oh my goodness. Says God is in a bubble bath. He has the phone off the hook. He's not there. He's not there. There. Because for you to be praying this loud, something is wrong. Any God that you have to pray so loudly like this to, you really have to ask yourself, is he really there to hear you? Let me speed these people up because here we go.
Has revealed the Lion of the tribe of Judah. Has revealed the Lion of the tribe of Judah. Has revealed the Lion of the tribe of Judah. Has revealed the Lion of the tribe. Roar, 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 the Lion of the tribe of Judah. Roar, 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 roar. Open your mind, roar, roar, against every negativity, roar, against every shame, roar.
And what do you go to go and learn this? Where do you go to go and learn how to pray like this? Who teaches these people? Because if there's you go to learn how to be a pastor, then someone is deceiving someone here. Someone is a deceiver, and people have been deceived. If there's nowhere that you can go to learn this, but you just somehow just come online, these are just words. Notice you can't make sense of what they're saying. And yet, thousands of people have tuned in, sent their prayer requests. And let me tell you, as this live stream was going on, the money was coming in. Money was coming in. The money's coming in. They're sending money. By the time they're done, You see the giving, all the bank details and PayPal, Cash App, all the everything, all there. This is just a job. This is just a day's job for some people. They're making no sense. Where do you go to learn how to just nothing? What's going on here?
When the lion roars, who can stop the roaring of the lion of the tribe of Judah? Who will withstand the wrath of the Almighty? One negativity can stay rooted when the lion roars. As you're in a button, we decree, let the lion of the tribe of Judah roar against negativity, against infirmity, against failure, against disaster. Let the lion roar, 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 roar. Let your image on the line. Let your image rise. Let your image rise. Let your image rise. Say today, any pattern of negativity that has followed me for a while, hear the word of the Lord. You are ending today. Stubborn challenges. Stubborn challenges. Have you not heard? Today is your end. Stubborn challenges. Have you not heard? Today is your end. 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 Let your image on the line. Let your image on the line. Say stubborn challenges. What are you doing around my life? Stubborn challenges. What are you doing around my life? I don't know who you are, but I hear cancer of the ear. Cancer of the ear.
Stubborn challenges. What are you doing around my life? And hello, Randolph. How are you doing? So the prayers, at least this one we could hear. I could hear. And guys, I don't know if you can hear the music in the background. My son's playing music. It's having a blast up there. So pardon me if you can hear the he just said, stubborn challenges, what are you doing around my life? So if you have stubborn challenges, you ask the stubborn challenges, what are you doing around my life? So you wouldn't say, how are we going to sort these stubborn challenges? You now ask stubborn challenges, what are you doing around my life? Guess what, guys? God has just told him. He said, I hear ear cancer. Did he say, wait, I think he said ear cancer. Because as he's talking like this, what happens as they're praying? God starts whispering in his ears, telling him the people he wants to heal. Tell that person, the one with the throat cancer, I'm here to deliver them. Tell the one with the one leg that I'm here to give them a second leg. Now tell the one with no money in their account, I'm here to put money in their account. God just whispers these things while they're making all this noise. You see, while all this noise is going on, God is whispering. God is not fazed by all this noise, Sorry, guys.
Cancer of the ear.
Cancer of the ear.
By the power that raised Jesus.
Cancer of the ear. Is that a thing, guys? Nah. Cancer of the ear. Is that a thing? Someone needs to help me. Have you ever heard of cancer of the ear? Cancer of the ear. So God has just told him to tell people that someone with cancer of the ear is about to be healed. Cancer of the ear. Okay. All right. Maybe that's a thing. I don't know. Cancer of the ear. All right.
If you are the one putting on the live stream, I command every cancer of the ear, disappear right now. Disappear right now. Disappear right now. Disappear right now. I don't know who you are. I don't know what separated your family. I don't know what separated your family. Don't say the Lord in another 3 days. If you will not doubt, I am bringing your family together. I am bringing your family together. I am bringing your family together. Whatever is responsible, I command it to break by fire. Let it break. 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 In the name of Jesus. 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 Let your amen turn louder. There is a family, I say, in the realm of the spirit. You have 3 children. All of them are sickle cell carriers. The healing power of God is coming upon them. It's coming upon them. I announce, let the genotypes change. Let it 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 change. Let your image on her. Let your image on her. Let your image on her. As he
Guys, did you hear that? This is the problem I have with most of these people and establishments. He just said there's a family that's got 3 children with sickle cell anemia. 3. Pastor Jerry is telling that family that the sickle cell is going to change to something else. Imagine there's a family listening to this guy that have children with sickle cell. Now they'll be thinking, God has heard us. God has heard us now. He's healing us. And they'll send Pastor Jerry money. Then those children get sick. The family will say, oh, it's the will of God. The child gets sick. Instead of taking the child to the hospital, they say, but God healed him though. Then that child dies. Nobody gets healed of sickle cell. You're born that way. You can have medicines to manage. You don't get, guys, is it possible to have sickle cell anemia change? Maybe it's me who's ignorant. Please, someone help. 3 children with sickle cell. This is what we're speaking on these altars. This is what we're doing to people. Wild Heart, hello. Guys, that stream causes cancer of the ear. I'm so sorry. I apologize. I just could not understand why so violent. Why so violent? The scriptures, the Bible. Let me see if I can find that scripture. 1 second, guys. That's to tell you that Christianity is a sham. Christianity is a sham. And I'll show you why I say so. Okay, let me share this here. Can you guys see this? So this is a scripture in the Bible. Isaiah 59 verse 1. Let me see, what version do we want? Yeah, okay, let's use the New Living Translation. Watch, look at this. It says, listen, the Lord's arm is not too weak to save you, nor is his ear too deaf to hear you call. Nowhere does the scripture says he is too deaf to hear you scream out, to hear you shout. His ear is not dull, neither is it deaf. So why does he need you all to? So it's one of 2 things. It's either his ears are too dull, he cannot hear you, or you're just screaming into the air and nothing's happening. Nothing's going to happen. it's either that you can't, the two cannot be right at the same time. It just, okay, let's go back to our dear Pastor Jerry. Afro-Humanist, hello, hello, thanks for the stream. Hey, Wild Hat, how have you been? I haven't seen you in a while. No. Oh my God. Jonathan Head. Oh, well, Donald Head. It wasn't that flaccid when Mary was here. It wasn't that flaccid. It was very, very potent. It was very active. It wasn't dull at all. It was that's funny. Oh my goodness. Ah. Okay, it affects 1 to 6 people per million year. Ear cancer, that also affects the nose. Oh, okay. Ear cancer. Affects the nose, the nasal cavity, the middle ear is a rare form of cancer, according to the American Cancer. Thank you, Krishna. Krishna. How are you doing today, Krishna? Right, so ear cancer is a thing. Krishna, imagine someone has ear cancer. Just imagine, right? Now that we've worked out it is a thing. So while these people are praying, God whispers to Pastor Jerry, Jerry, tell the one with the ear cancer, I'm healing him. Tell him, I'm healing him. Okay, Pastor Jerry telling people that they will be healed of sickle cell anemia. Guys, is it possible to be for your blood, is it blood type or blood group? Which one is it? Is it possible when you're born with sickle cell anemia, you're born with that it's there. That's you. It's your makeup. It's like it's like praying for me to become white. You're already born that way. That is you. That's what makes you you, for goodness sake. Now, Pastor Jerry says we're going to change you.
Disorder of that accident. I see your born is carved. I see your born is carved. I see your born is carved. By the power that raised Jesus from the dead today, while the prayer is on, if you will not keep back your testimony, I command, let the bone be straightened, 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 let your image on her, let your image on her. Somebody say sword of God's deliverance, sword of God's deliverance, sword of God's deliverance, right now, enter into every area of my life, sword of God's deliverance, enter into every area of my life, cut down, whatsoever that is not planted by God, sword of God's deliverance, enter into every area of my life, cut down, delay, cut down, shame, cut down, affliction, cut down, evil Lord, by fire, open your mouth.
Sorry guys, I just remembered. Sorry guys, I'll be back in a second. Oh shit, I'm burning something. Oh my days. I'm burning something. Sorry, guys.
Watch me break out. Watch me break out. I 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 break out. By fire. By fire. By fire. By fire. By fire. By fire. Open your mouth. The deliverance anointing is here. The deliverance anointing is here. Shout out. 2 days of healing and deliverance.
Wild Hat, you say you've never heard of him? Yeah, you probably wouldn't have heard of him. He's over in Africa. He's got nearly 1 million subscribers. So what you're watching was only a couple of hours ago. So this was fresh this morning. These are this morning's prayers. People tune in to pray. They tune in to connect to God. Christianity has become digital. We have now, Christianity has moved from the churches and communities. It has moved online. Now everyone can access. But a God that you have to pray so hard to. I remember when I was in church myself, we were told, when we were in church, we were praying, they'll tell us that you're not praying hard enough and God will not be able to hear you if you are not praying. God will not be able to hear you. So you had to pray. Oh. Can you guys hear me okay? Can you hear me okay? Something's wrong. Something's wrong with this thing. Oh, that's what it is. Oh, yeah. Right, and something was wrong. Just 1 second. I think, yeah, that's what it is. Okay. Silly. Why do you have to pray so hard to the... well, guys, I have to call him the Christian God because these are Christians. They're not Muslims. They're not Hindus. They're not Sikh. They're Christians. So why do you have to pray so hard to the Christian God? Why? What's his deal? What's his deal? Why does everything have to be so violent with him?
Let's go. The Lord says in heaven, say I should release a word against leukemia. Anyone under the sound of my voice with the affliction of leukemia, I command leukemia disappear. Leukemia disappear. 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 By fire. Leukemia disappear. By fire. By fire. By fire. Let your hear me tonight. Let your image under. Let your image under. There is someone under the sound of my voice. There is too much in your heart. At the last time you went, they say it is growing. It is growing. It is growing. If you are the one putting on the live stream, is there not a power in Gilead? Is there not a power? Is there not a power? Is there not a power in Gilead? By the power that raised Jesus from the dead. I announce.
You know, guys, this is dangerous. This is dangerous. You might look at him and think, oh, he's harmless. He's just here, just doing his thing. Who's he hurting? He's not hurting anyone. But there are people listening. There are people who believe that a God is speaking through Jerry. There are people that believe that he just said it, that someone is being healed of leukemia. I watched someone suffer with leukemia. Went to the hospital to see them. All the things that was hooked up to them. They died not long after. So someone here who's got leukemia will be waiting to be healed, and next thing you know, no healing comes. But guess what? Pastor Jerry's got his money.
Let that love, let that tumor in your heart, let it disappear. Let it disappear. Let it disappear. By the time you go back again, if you will not give back your testimony, if you will not give back your testimony, you will not say it again. 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 Let your image turn up. Let your image turn up. There is a family. The deliverance power of God is a great family. People drop dead suddenly. People drop dead. So far, you people have counted 4 persons that just dropped dead. They just dropped dead. No accident, no sickness. They just dropped dead. My Messiah, the sword of God's deliverance is entering that family. The sword of God's deliverance is entering that family. I declare, let it be cut down. Let it be cut down.
So there's a family that has been experiencing sudden death. 4 people have died just mysteriously. They've just died. They don't know what's happened. They weren't ill or anything. But now the sword of God's spirit is visiting that family. And now they're going to stop dying anyhow. I don't understand this. These are the prayers.
Power of sudden death. Power of sudden death. I announce you are delivered. 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 I don't know who has this word, but as your amen was on, whether you understand it or not, at the sound of your amen, hear me as I hear the Lord. Your morning will not suddenly become night. Hey. Your morning will not suddenly become night. Your light will not suddenly become darkness. Let your amen turn down. Let your amen turn down. Let your amen turn down. Any arrangement, who says it there, and it comes to pass when the Lord has not commanded it. Any arrangement, any enchantment to turn your morning to night, to turn your light to darkness. I announce they are broken. 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 Let your amen turn down. Let your amen rise. Let your amen rise. Let your amen rise. Let your amen rise.
Guys, is it me or what? Listen, I was once a Christian. And we used to pray prayers like this. These things made sense to me once upon a time. Honestly. It made sense. Even though when we were in church, I wouldn't pray so loud. I'm not one for loud prayers. Even when the pastor would say, I want to hear your voice. I want to hear you shout it on the top of your voice. No, I would not. my question is why? Why? And have you noticed that Pastor Jerry is so fit? The other gentlemen, look at them. I think this is an exercise. This is an exercise drill. I think this must just be an exercise drill because nothing's happening here. Nothing.
Somebody said today, and it's not push you out, and it's not push you out.
Oh, and very soon you'll see Pastor Jerry will buy his own private jet too. He'll soon buy his own private jet.
And it's not push you out. I don't know who you are. I don't know what happened to you. Your nails are falling off. Your nails, a lot of them are falling off, and they are not regrowing. He can't have a shot. He's such an ugly sight. If this is the word of the Lord, in 2 days, if you were not down, in 2 days, I am not. Let there be a regrowth. 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 Let your aim turn. I don't know who you are. Somebody defrauded another person with your own identity. And you have been asking God, arise and help me. Arise and exonerate me. Somebody defrauded another person with your identity. Except there is no God in heaven. In 7 days, as you in the water, you will be exonerated. You will be exonerated. You will be exonerated. You will be exonerated. Let your enemy turn. Let your enemy rise. 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 Somebody said today, this day of deliverance, today, this day of deliverance. However, wherever I have cooperated with the devil for my bondage. So today, I say no. Wherever, however, I have cooperated with the devil for the calamity, for the infirmity, for the affliction around my life. On this day of deliverance, I say no.
Sorry, guys,
I say no. By the power that raised Jesus from the dead, I decree. Sorry,
guys, my son was showing me something. His glasses broke 2 days ago, and he found the screw and he screwed it on. He's happy. He's fixed it. So he came to show me his glasses. It's sorted. Yeah. So the power that rose Jesus from the dead, we want that power to come and answer these prayers. The power that rose Jesus from the dead. Now, Pastor Jerry has something written on his t-shirt. There's a hashtag that's called "What God Cannot Do Does Not Exist." There's a whole movement. There is a whole movement. Hashtag "What God Cannot Do Does Not Exist." Well, I do know something that God cannot do that does exist, and that is reveal himself, show himself. That's one thing I know that God cannot do. Well, maybe he can, but hasn't done. So yeah, I don't know if it is Pastor Jerry who started this hashtag, "What God cannot do does not exist." What God cannot do does not exist. Really?
Affliction, fire, affliction, fire. I break out. Open your mouth. Every demonic agreement that's a gem that upon it. I shall never shut on. Receive by fire. Receive by fire. Receive by fire. Blotting away every
Sharama Shatanda. Hey, Steve, Pray Manager, hello.
There is no more legitimate right. Every bondage, every door that is open for the bondage, close by fire, 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 close by fire. Ancient agreements, activation for the standard today, scatter by fire, scatter by fire, scatter by fire, scatter by fire, scatter by fire. Agreements, the authorities around you, enter into scatter by fire, scatter by fire, scatter by fire, scatter by fire.
Guys, is it me or do you guys understand what he's saying? I thought I heard file. I thought I heard fire. I wasn't sure which is which. What is going on here? I'm trying to make sense of these prayers. And imagine if you're a God, you had to listen to this. Wouldn't you be fed up? Imagine if you are God, say this God, these people are praying to, and all the millions and billions of Christians on earth are all screaming at you. Hold on one second, guys. Just hold on. Also, what smells like burnt chicken? Oh, right. Yeah, I was cooking something and forgot all about it. Make sure to wash your hands, please. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Everyone's at home today.
I don't know who you are, but as your amen will turn up, anybody carrying any load bigger than you, anybody pressing you down at the sound of your ear, I command, let the body drop off. Let it drop off, 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 drop off. Let your amen turn up, let your amen turn up, let your amen turn up, let your amen rise, let your amen rise. I decree again, anyone under the sound of my voice, carrying anybody, carrying any load, bigger than you, bigger than you. As your amen will turn up, I command, drop off, drop off, drop off, drop off, drop off. Look at what they projected against you. That whatever you put your hands in, not will work. Whatever you put your hands in, not will work. No, whatever you put your hands in, not will work. By the power that resists from the dead. I decree, let it be broken by fire. Let your amen turn up. Let your amen rise. 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 Anyone under the sound of my voice, suffering from the arrows of panic attack, I command, let it break by fire. Let it break.
Anyone under the sound of his voice suffering from the arrows of panic attack. I did not know that panic attack have arrows. Honestly, I did not know that panic attacks have arrows attached to them. Maybe they also have spears and swords attached to them too. So every sword and spear of panic attacks, Pastor Jerry says, you need to go. Every sword, no, what did he say? Every arrow of panic attack. Okay.
Let it break. Let it break.
Let it break.
Let it break.
Every arrow of panic attack, let it break.
Let your amen turn up. Let your amen turn up. Let your amen turn up. Anyone under the sound of my voice suffering from any nervous issue, any nervous challenge, I command, let it be reversed.
Nervous issue.
Let it be reversed by fire. Let it be reversed by fire. We are where you are. The prayer is entering another dimension. Click on the share button. Click on the share button.
Guys, if you think all those you just heard, just, within the last 10, 20 minutes, if you think that's, that was the best part, no, no, no. Pastor Jerry just said, we're about to enter into a higher dimension. Whew. Guys, brace yourselves. These prayers are about to enter into full gear. We're moving up. Moving on up to the skies. We're going higher now, into a different dimension with our prayers. Whew. Guys, but have a look at the prayer requests. Have a look at the prayer request mountain.
For the kingdom of this world, and become the kingdom of our God. Upon Mount Zion, upon Mount Zion, upon Mount
Oh,
Zion.
Steve McRae manager, see you later.
There will be healing, there will be deliverance. Click on the share button, share it, copy the link, copy the link, copy the link, send it everywhere. Share it, share it. Share it, copy the link, send to everyone.
Share. Oh, Pastor Jerry wants you to share. Pastor Jerry wants you to share. Share to everyone. Yakala kala 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 kala. Share to everyone. Shakala ba 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 ba. So me too. Share my videos. Shakala ba 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 ba. You get blessings, arrows, and sword of blessings, of money, arrow of dollars, arrow of pounds, arrow of yens, arrow of, just share the videos. Shakala baba baba, shakala baba. Share. Just keep sharing my videos. Shakala baba baba. Your deliverance will come when you share my videos. Share. Just share. Thank you. Share the fire.
If you're anything too hard for the Lord, share it. Shake it off.
Let your amen rise. Amen was sleeping before.
Shake it off. Settle down. Whatsoever that is planted in my life, spiritually or physically, settle down. Shake it off. Shake it off. Shake it off. Settle down. Whatsoever is planted in my body that is not of God, spiritually or physically, settle down. Shake it off. Shake it off. Shake it off. Whatsoever is planted in my career, in my destiny journey, whatsoever that is planted in my family that is not of God, spiritually or physically, say right now, shake it off. 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 By fire. 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 Open your mouth. Shake it off.
So, on a more serious note now, I mean, for someone like me who's left Christianity behind, I start to ask the question, is there an incentive to go back to this religion? Is there any reason why I should go back to this religion? And you see these kind of things. And I'm asking, if I have to pray so hard to this God like this, in this manner, if I have to pay money for your God to hear me out, then what's the point? Am I not better off going to try and sort it out myself? Am I not better off going to seek help? There are people who would happily help me. Where your God will take his time. Because you Christians know how to make excuses for your God. Oh, delay is not denial. Though it tarries, wait for it. Weeping may endure for the night, but joy comes in the morning. He may be late, but he's always on time. You say all these things, when really and truly, he does nothing. Things happen in the world and he does nothing. Why would I want to go back to worshiping said God? Why would I want to do that? You see, say Chaka Khan. Listen, Wild Heart, he has said so many things. Shakalakwa, shakarababa, shokorabo. Just, guys, you know what, guys? Any of you here plan to start a church, it is very easy. Very easy. Very easy to start your own church. It's very easy because let me tell you, most of these people, they know that they're fooling people, but they have found a technique that works. You just need every time I do a live stream and talk about somebody, I'm going to investigate whether they went to Bible school or seminary school or theology school or somewhere. Where did they learn how to be pastors? The other day, we talked about the big gun. What's his name? T.D. Jakes. We went through his little biography. There's no record of anywhere where T.D. Jakes has been to any theology school. These are the people that bring you Christianity. Who is teaching your teachers, Christians? Who teaches your teacher? Oh, okay, good. I thought that said karate stream for a second. Karate. Karaoke. Do you do karaoke? I love karaoke. I do. I love karaoke. Gosh, I'm starting to develop a headache. Let your amen thunder.
Shake it up by fire. As I declare in the name of Jesus, I need you to thunder. Shake it up by fire. And as you shake it up, I want to let you know, whatever they are, whatever they are, for the Bible says, the axe has been laid at the foot of every tree, and every tree that beareth no fruit shall be cut down. For the Bible says, whatsoever is not planted.
This is too much. Jesus. Pastor Jerry does this nearly every day.
Say what God cannot do does not exist. It is our war mantle. It is our war mantle. Declare it again. What God cannot do does not exist. Are you ready for the good time? Declare it again. What God cannot do does not exist. Can you scream it for the fourth time? What God cannot do does not exist. Are you ready for the fifth time? What God cannot do does not exist. Are you ready for the sixth time? What God cannot do does not exist. Are you ready for the seventh time?
Guys, they say what God cannot do does not exist. Please put in the chat the things that God cannot do that does exist. There are things that exist that God cannot do. So they lie. What God cannot do does not exist. That's a big fat lie. There are things that God cannot do, that does not exist. When my mother fell over, hit her head, they said they were going to pray for her. She died later that night. They were praying, but she died.
Raise your voice and declare what God cannot do. Does not exist. Let your amen rise. Let your amen rise. Let your amen rise. If you know that you have your healing and deliverance, can I hear you scream an amen that will shock all your neighbors? Can I hear you scream a victorious amen? There were challenges you saw before now. Let me announce to you that as soon as the prayer is over, you will look for them and you will not find them again. There were issues you saw before now. Right after this prayer, you will look for them and you will not find them again. The Lord has swept them away. You are more than a conqueror. You are victorious in Christ Jesus. The Lord has blessed you where you belong. I decree favor is speaking. Mercy is speaking. Grace is speaking. Let your amen turn down. Let your amen turn down. Let your amen rise. It is done. It is done.
It's done, guys. It's
People of
done.
God, I want you to know that tomorrow we continue with our second day. God bless you, people of God. You know, there are people who believe that once it's a public holiday, they also go on the holiday themselves from prayers. No, sir. The devil, the Bible says your adversary, the devil, goeth about like a roaring lion seeking whom to devour. The devil does not observe public holidays. People of God, he doesn't go on break. So don't say, oh, pastor, it was because of holiday. That's why I didn't join it. But no, sir. The Bible says neither give place to the devil. The devil is waiting for one day. Like on a day like this, you say, pastor, there is public holiday.
So today is holiday. Everyone should be celebrating. Pastor Jerry says, because the devil doesn't go on a break, you too cannot go on a break from prayers. You've got to join Pastor Jerry. You are not allowed a break. Do you know, guys, on a serious note now, do you know that some people in some of these churches cannot go on holiday because they've got work to do in the church? So, you know, when you go on a trip, take your family, you go away, some pastors get angry with you. How dare you leave the work of God and go and enjoy yourself and go and cater to the flesh, the desires of the flesh. So Pastor Jerry said, don't think because today is Easter holiday that you get to escape prayers. No. The devil is still roaring, looking for who he will devour. So he could devour you. So Christians live in this constant state of fear. Being a Christian means you've got to live in this constant state of fear. You're afraid of this devil who is roaring, is walking about, looking continuously for who he will attack, who he will devour. So even when everyone's taking a break, you cannot take a break, unfortunately. Chocolate day. Yes, it is today. It is.
That was why I overslept. People of God, I want you to know if you give the devil space, he will cause havoc. He will wreck everything that you have tried to build in the place of prayer up until now. People of God, tomorrow on the altar of fire, we continue with our second day of healing and deliverance. People of God, the Bible says about it, once has the Lord spoken, twice have I heard. There's something about doing it twice. Twice have I heard it, and all power belongs unto God. I see a switch happening. I see God coming clear. So people of God, where are the 7 areas where you need complete healing and deliverance? Say, God, deliver me from this. Whether they are physical things or spiritual things, 7 areas where you need complete healing and deliverance. Write them down, people of God, and come with them to the altar of fire. People of God, remember, tomorrow you will not watch later. Tomorrow you will not watch later, you will watch live. People of God, be in the atmosphere, because it will be the conclusion of these 2 days of healing and deliverance. Remember, breaking the backbone of stubborn challenges. People of God, please look around you and ask yourself, who wasn't here? Who is it that I know that I've had a stubborn challenge that has lasted for years, and you know that you are trusting God that God will use you and use what He's doing to break the stubborn challenge in the life of that person. Call them on the phone. Be intentional about it. Don't just send them the link. Tell them, you know what, you need to be on the second day of this prayer. People of God, remember, there are 2 days of healing.
So Pastor Jerry wants you to pick your phone. Anyone you know who's got stubborn challenges in their lives, just call them up. They need to tune in to Pastor Jerry, because deliverance is coming their way. You got to go announce to everyone, come and join Pastor Jerry for your deliverance and your healing, because Pastor Jerry has the solution to your problems. It's Pastor Jerry. But these people will preach to you and tell you, when you receive Jesus Christ into your heart, He comes into you. So Jesus, if Jesus, oh no, it's the ghost. The ghost, if the ghost is indwelling inside you, why do you need a Pastor Jerry? Why do you need any outside source? If when you receive Jesus, they come into your heart. They say you are the temple of God. So that means you are housing God. So why do you, Pastor Jerry, now have to tell people that are God carriers? They need to come and tune in to you. I don't understand that logic. It doesn't make sense to me.
And deliverance, Operation Break the Backbone of Stubborn Challenges.
Operation Break the Backbone of Stubborn Challenges.
He just has a way of beautifully reintroducing Himself to mankind in a supernatural manner that leaves even the specialists, even those that think they know, awestruck. People of God, that is why wherever we go to, it remains our word, our mantra. It remains our mantle. What God cannot do does not exist. Now, people of God, would you give up the next few minutes of your time and watch unimaginable, unbelievable testimonies of what Jesus did? Take a look.
My name is Nana Kwame. I'm making this video from Ghana. I got introduced to NSPPD by a colleague called Phyllis, and it's been a blessing to me. My uncle is in the UK, and he's...
So guys, so you know all these prayers, what happens is after they're done with the prayers, so they now have videos of people who have been healed by these prayers, people who have been touched, or people whose prayers have been answered. They send in their videos, right? So you can, this is, if you think these prayers don't work, they work. And here is the evidence that they work.
He's been very, very sick for some time. He's got kidney failure, and his kidney is badly affected, damaged. And so he was even supposed to come to Ghana for treatment and to find out if we could get a donor for him. When I heard this, I was like, no, I'm not on our watch. I said no. So I called him one time, and then I told him I'll send him a link that he should try and pray with. Even when I called him, he couldn't even talk to me. So I just told him that this is what I want to do. So if you can have someone at least play the link for you, and just don't do anything, just listen to the prayers. And he is a Rasta man, so he doesn't really believe in God and prayers and all that. But I was like, no, God, this is not something I want in my family. And you have said, look, we will not lose our family members, regardless of what, we will not lose them. So I took it upon myself, and every morning I'll send it to him. If he listens or not, I don't care. But mine is to bring him to the altar and pray for him. So I did that for a very long time. But the funny thing is, just somewhere this week, I was there when my cousin sent me a message that, look, I'm going to send you something and you're going to be amazed. I wasn't even thinking about my uncle. I thought it was something different until he sent me a picture of him, his mother, and my uncle. There's nothing God cannot do. There is nothing God cannot do. There is nothing. Pastor Jerry is someone who could not even walk, who could not do anything, that they had to even feed him. Pastor Jerry, I saw him in a picture, and he is standing smiling.
Okay, so it's Pastor Jerry's God that did it.
This is what God cannot do. Does not exist. I said to myself, if I don't say this, the others that I have been praying for and trusting God to.
Okay, let me get this straight. So your uncle needed new kidneys. He needed a donor. So he was really bad, right? So you started sending him Pastor Jerry's links, the links to Pastor Jerry's. So your uncle is a Rastafarian, so he's into the Rastafarianism, so he doesn't believe in Pastor Jerry. But you became a nuisance by sending Pastor Jerry's links constantly, because he said it, whether he watches it, he doesn't watch it, he just kept on sending it. And now his uncle's doing better now. So somehow it's Pastor Jerry's God that did it. It's Pastor Jerry's God. We'll just insert Pastor Jerry's God in there somewhere. He did it.
Do it. I might lose it. So, Pastor Jerry, this is what happened to me. Thank you. He's even released and he's home. He's doing better. I will always say 3 times, what God cannot do does not exist. What God cannot do does not exist. Thank you, Pastor Jerry. Thank you for everything you do for us. The prayers, every morning, the strength you get. Come out and pray with us. God bless you. God bless you all.
Thank you, Pastor
everybody,
Jerry, for
all
praying
the pastors,
for them.
everyone on NSPPD. Thank you, Pastor Jerry. God bless you.
Wow.
Thank you, Lord
You know
Jesus
what, guys? I know, no.
What God cannot do.
Guys, I'm starting my own online ministry tomorrow. Let me tell you. No. Tomorrow, I'm going to start Shakara Baba Bashta. Hey, Shekeri Baba Baba Baba. We're going to pray this. I'm going to start my own online praying ministry. No. Because, guys, look at that. Thanking Pastor Jerry for praying for them. No, Esther, you're in the wrong profession. Honestly, you've been wasting your time all this while, man.
Does not exist. Thank you, Lord. My name is Celine. I live in Canada, and I'm sharing this testimony again. A couple of months ago, I had a young man that was sick and was in coma and was diagnosed with nothing. Nobody knew what was wrong with him, but he just fell into a coma. And the hospital told his mom to prepare to bury him. But I remember saying that day when I heard about it, I was sad and I said, not on my watch. Since I'm on this fire altar, I was going to stand in the gap for this young boy because the mother works with my husband. And I sent his picture to pastor to NSPD, and then I put his picture also, his name on my table at home. And we every morning, which is night here, when we're praying, we keep on prophesying that he won't die but live to glorify the Lord. And I said to the Lord to show us, to give the boy visions and to let him know that we are praying for him that he has to come back to life. When they went, they checked everything at the hospital, nothing, the doctors could not find what was wrong with this young boy, other than he was dying, his organs shut down, everything. Lo and behold, Pastor Jerry, they mentioned this case and saying this kid will not die. I can't remember exactly the date or the time, but I know I received it for him. This boy, as I'm speaking to you today, woke up from the hospital, went home. This kid that was supposed to be dead woke up and he's alive. And I'm forever grateful to the Lord for accepting our prayers. I'll keep on standing in the gap for others, and I'll keep on bringing the testimony, because what our God cannot do.
Guys, this is miracle of on-air miracle. Let me explain what she just said. There's a young boy they know who was ill, near the point of death. She sent his picture to Pastor Jerry's ministry. They prayed. Now that boy, so they prayed. She said she received the healing on behalf of the boy. She received healing on behalf of the young boy. She received it. Now the boy is well. So Pastor Jerry had no contact with the boy. There's no evidence that the boy prayed any of Pastor Jerry's prayers. But somehow, it's Pastor Jerry. Pastor Jerry did it. She received the healing on behalf of the boy. But now we're going to come back and thank Pastor Jerry. Pastor Jerry is in Nigeria. The young boy is in Canada. Now, the doctors that worked on this boy, no, they don't deserve thanks, you see. They don't deserve the accolades. for doing all the work, for healing that young boy. Guess who gets the accolades? Our dear Pastor Jerry over in Nigeria, many, many thousands of miles away, that has no business. Guys, Christians, this is what you believe. And hello, Schmackle. Let me see if I can pronounce your name correctly. Schmackle. And hello, Inquisitor Bacon. Hello, hello. I used to talk like an idiot, but I used to talk like an idiot. But Pastor Jerry healed you from your idiocy. Eh? Schmackle, hello. How are you? Good to see you here. Okay, all right, Wild Heart. See you later. Can you imagine, guys? This is we just receive miracles. We receive it on behalf of people. And when the miracles, when that happens, nowhere are we going to thank the doctors who worked on the boy, who did the hard. This is unfair. It's unfair on doctors, eh? It's unfair on doctors, surgeons, the nurses, all the health professionals that do the hard work into making sure that people get well. Only for Christians to take the credit. There are pastors who have never been to the four walls of, don't know what medical school, get all the thanks. Sorry guys, my phone just went off. This is just terrible.
Does not exist. And so, Jerry, may God continue to strengthen you. So God bless all of you and continue to do what you do best. What our God cannot do does not exist. God bless. Bye.
My name is Mrs. Okoro Lindy, and I'm doing this video from Unwa here. Indeed, what our God cannot do does not exist. So on the 1st of April, my sister called me from the UK. That was in the evening. She was sounding very weak. I told her what was the problem. Like, sounded like someone that has cried. She told me, my dear, you won't believe this. That because so she traveled. She do have said she can't walk certain distance without losing her breath, you know. And she has gone to hospital. The first time she went, the doctor should take a ibuprofen. After that, she went back. So she said for the past 3 days, she has running temperature, severe temperature, and her nails down to her legs. She couldn't use it. She couldn't stand for a while. She couldn't, squat. She couldn't use her legs properly. So when she went to the hospital again, they said to repeat the ibuprofen. She said no, that she wants to run a thorough body check. So after everything they did, later they called on the phone and started telling her what they saw, but that what they saw was much, and they needed to call other consultants, to prefill the case and know exactly. So after everything, they called her to the hospital. She went. Papa. They told my sister there was fluid in her lungs, and they are seeing growths, both in her throat, around her, in her liver, kidney. I can't really remember, but they're seeing about 3 growths in her body, in her system, and those growths seems cancerous. So they have to refer her to a cancer center for a further diagnosis. Hey, I said, hey, you came late, though. You don't know where you came home. I've been on this fire altar since last year. Like,
Fire altar.
That is a God that answers prayer. That our slogan, what our God cannot do, does not exist. It's not an ordinary slogan. It is really powerful. So that's why I told my mom, my siblings, so they won't get worried. Like, this one is too heavy for me. I can't bear it. I had to call my mom. I told my mom these days, everything that happened. God, my siblings know all impacts on massive prayer. We've been praying and believing that God will do it. See how eager I was. I sent her the link on a Saturday, and the program starts on Monday to Friday. So that Monday she should key in. So on Monday, I sent her the link again. I thought she should key in. I and my family, everybody, we keyed in. We kept praying and believing that what our God, will answer our prayer. So luckily for us, say that our.
So guys, I told you that in most of these Christian establishments over in Africa open 7 days a week. You just saw there, Pastor Jerry runs these prayers every day. Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. Pastor Jerry's on here. Praying, pray every day. Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. I mean, the Christian God, is he not tired? Why do people have to pray so much like this? Is this not too much? So this lady is telling us about her sister over in the UK. Her sister, they're running tests to see if she's got cancer. And now she sent the link to Pastor Jerry's videos to her. Let's hear what's going to happen now.
God had our case on his palm. Daddy Papa mentioned the case. He said there was like someone in your leg or your knee that you're having pains, like you can't use it properly, then there's fluid in your lungs.
I don't know who you are. Thus saith the Lord. You are losing sensation. You are losing sensation. On your legs. It is spreading. It's not a small. It is spreading. It is spreading. By the power. Raise Jesus from the dead. I decree. Let it be reversed by fire. Today I decree. Fluid in your lungs. Fluid in your heart. Fluid in your lungs. Fluid in your heart. Disappear by fire. Disappear by fire.
Hey, we shouted Jesus. He remembered us. We shouted. Our Father has remembered. We were so excited. So her next appointment was to be on Wednesday. So we're waiting eagerly for her to call. So later in the day, in the afternoon, my sister, like, can I believe that after they ran, all the tests they did on her, they said there was no fluid in her lungs. And they can't find growth anywhere in her system. They did blood tests. That the blood test, everything is okay. Everything is fine. They didn't see anything. That everything is fine. So if you have been thinking that this is a slogan, what God cannot do does not exist, it's another slogan, you don't know what you're missing. It is truly a powerful word.
So your slogan healed your sister.
So I want to say thank you, Pastor Jerry. Thank you, Pastor Eno. Thank you, Pastor.
Wait, let me get this straight. So your sister is over in the UK. 3 days she's not well. They said she might have fluid in her lungs. She might have cancer. She might have all these things going on. So they send her off for tests to check. She goes off, checks, and there's nothing wrong with her. So your slogan is what sorted the problem. It's Pastor Jerry over in Nigeria. The sister is in the UK. It's Pastor Jerry's God and not any other God. It's not. Okay, guys. Somehow, they have to insert their God into everything. And this is what Christians believe. When good things happen, it is God. When bad things happen, it is the devil.
So Ogro, my family, we are grateful to God. And we are thankful to you for answering to this call. May God continue to reward you, strengthen you people spiritually, physically to carry out this word. Thank you. I'm grateful. Bye.
Indeed, what God cannot do does not exist. My name is Bintu. I'm giving this testimony from the UK. Actually, I'm traveling. I'm on my way home to Freetown. But I said I should give this testimony before I travel. And I'm also giving this testimony on behalf of my friend who was sick and was unconscious for 2 weeks. And I kept praying for her. There was a day when he wanted to turn off the life support machine, but her son was not present. Her son was away somewhere. So they said they were going to wait for the son. When he comes, then they will decide whether to turn off the life support or not. In fact, the son has said they shouldn't turn off the life support machine until he gets to his mom's bedside.
Oh, wow.
So that was
like neighbors.
Oh, then I used the opportunity to pray. I kept praying. Each time I visited her, I would pray and I would play the prayers in her ears. I knew somewhere she was listening and God will answer. And what happened? The day before the son could come and even to make the decision for the life support machine to be turned off, her daughter called me from home and said the mom has woken up and she was asking for me. So I visited her. I said, what happened? He said, my dear, I don't even know what happened. I don't know where I was. It was just like I was asleep. And God brought me back. Immediately I heard her say that's what God brought me back. I said, amen. At least you recognize the fact that it was God that brought you back. So this is my testimony. Now she is well. Just a few days after, she went home. She ate. Now she is well. She is at home. So I want to say,
the first one, I don't even know this person. Around the 13th of March, one of my daughters reached out to me and said, Daddy, I want you to talk to a brother in my church. I said, it's okay. Connect us. And so this brother says, the sister-in-law came to Dubai to look for work. And then on Friday the 11th, she went out with her fiancé who is here in Dubai. They went to eat food. And when they ate and came back, she slept and woke up in the hospital. She was put on life support. God, the hospital said her kidneys have failed and her lungs have failed. So they were trying to get a background check on her, and the family back home was panicking. And so they said they will need to do liver transplant. And so the family back was trying to get information from me because this is my daughter. I taught her science some years back, and she knew that I have some ideas in the medical field. So she was like, what are the odds? So I called the hospital, and the hospital told me she has a 5% chance of survival, but they need somebody to donate the liver because it has completely shut down. That's why she's on life support. So I told the family.
Okay, guys, I'm done. I'm done. You get the gist. Life support machine. Someone's sick. They're very far away from Pastor Jerry. They send the link. The person gets well. It's Pastor Jerry. They send money to Pastor Jerry. There you go. Pastor Jerry's subscribers keep going up. He's close to 1 million subscribers now. When he was live this morning, he had about 57,000 people watching, praying. Okay, guys, I will be back later on today. You get 2 live streams today. I will be back, but let me give you a little taste of what's going to happen later on. So wait, let me stop this. Right. Let me give you a little taste of what's going to happen later on. So brace yourselves. So the Christian God. The Christian God is able to kill when he feels like it. And his followers can pray to him to kill their enemies. They can just pray, God, kill my enemy, kill my enemy, kill my enemy. Just kill them all. Kill them all. Do not spare them. Just. And so, a group of people in their church had a service. They came prepared. They were all dressed in danger clothes, red. Everyone was asked to wear red on that day. So the pastor, his wife, everyone is well dressed up for danger zone. We are here to pray for the death of our enemies. And so, let me show you. This is just a little taster of the death prayers, where they wish death on people. This is a little taste of what's going to happen later on. A time to the sermon is titled "A Time to Kill." A time to kill. Christianity. A time to kill. Yes. A time to kill.
Sit down. Let me shock you. A man's eyes can be open. A man can be walking and yet is not living. A man can go to bed, wake up, dress up, is going and is not living. It's only existing. Because it's like chaff. A man can be singing in church, praying, and yet is not living. You don't understand what I'm saying? In Isaiah chapter 1 to chapter 5, Isaiah wrote 5 chapters. He thought he was under inspiration. He was existing. But in chapter 6, he said the year give Uzziah.
Where are the prayers? Let's hear.
Murder. Take a knife, cut off somebody's neck. That is what God is against. Carry a gun, shoot somebody. Because the witches we are after, they are not physical.
The witches these people are after are not physical.
Our fight is not a physical
fight. It's not a physical fight.
But against principalities. God is the one that kills.
God is the one that kills.
I said God is the one that will kill them.
God is the one that will kill.
Who am I talking about? The El Shaddai, the multifaceted God, the one that led the beams of his chambers on the water.
Yes.
He walked upon the wing of the wind as a chariot. He stretched out the heavens as a curtain. He created barrier between water and land. And said water should not return to land. Is the monarch of the universe. Am I speaking to somebody here? He broke the law of biology equality when he came to this world through a virgin woman. He broke the law of economics when he fed 5,000 men with 5 loaves of bread. He broke the law of chemistry when he turned water into wine.
Yes.
He broke the law of physics when he walked on the surface of water. He broke the law of geography when he's at everywhere at the same time. Lift up your hands and shout hallelujah. Sit down. What are we to kill? What are we to kill? Any form of wickedness.
Oh, what are we to kill? Any form of wickedness. So Christians have the duty to kill all forms of wickedness. Well done, Christians. I see you. I see you.
They still know where they kept certain things because they have been in darkness for a long time. A blind man is not a man who is not seeing. A blind man is somebody who is seeing, but all he's seeing is darkness. People are so used to darkness that they now assume it as a normal life. People now think that it is normal to live life without favor. Sit down.
Okay, guys,
it is very normal.
that's
For you
it.
to wake up, go to bed, nobody
We shall be looking at this later on. A time to kill. When we pray to God to kill people. But he loves you. The Christian God, he loves you. He loves you. He loves you. My mistake. I thought this was 2022. Silly me. When was it, by the way? I don't know. When was the video? I don't know. I honestly don't know. Anyways, I will be back later on. Did he just say the quiet part out loud? What quiet part? Inquisitor Bacon, what quiet part? Which one? Which one did he say out loud? I don't know what you're talking about. Did he just say the quiet part out loud? I don't know what quiet part that is. Anyways, yes, I'll be back later on. Look out for me in a few hours. We're going bowling with the boys. We are going bowling in 2 hours. We've got spend time together as a family and all that good stuff. And after we've done our day's activities, I will be back. Let's have a look at this death. The Christian God is the personal hitman for some of these Christians. But he loves you, okay, guys? He loves you. The quiet part that Christians are supposed to kill. Inquisitor Bacon, what is wicked, by the way? How do you determine what is wicked? That is deserving of death. How do you work out who is? Because I've met some wicked Christians. You guys saw, guys, you remember G-Man? Remember the G-Man video I reviewed here where G-Man was threatening to kill people? G-Man was threatening to put people 20 feet, he was threatening to put them in a box 20 feet below ground, threatening to go to their houses and pull out a revolver and shoot. Would you not consider that wicked? So G-Man would be considered wicked. And if we're supposed to kill everything that is deemed as wicked, then G-Man ought to be killed. The Christians, they don't realize that they themselves are capable of the very thing they want to kill others for. They do it on a daily basis. The pastors, you see them sleeping with members, sleeping with everyone. They do wickedness, but they want to kill others for wickedness. Although the first reply would be a good description, want to smoke some for my back before work. Okay, have a good day at work, okay? Have a good day, Paul. Yes. G-Man couldn't dig bigger than 2 inches. He's full of it. He is. He's full of it. What were your thoughts on the evil? Shmako, I did that video on one of my streams here. I showed it. Yeah. It was hilarious. Thank you for sending me that, Shmako. Thank you. That was hilarious. I actually played it on here, one of the live streams. I don't remember which one. All hail the toast. That was funny. That was really funny. Right. Wicked is just what they don't like. In G-Man's eyes, anything he says is fine until it's repeated to him. That's when it becomes wicked. But G-Man does not see himself as wicked. He only 2 days ago, 3 days ago, he was still threatening people again. Guys, it's just pathetic. I'm so sorry. I could never be a Christian ever again. I'm so sorry. It's not going to happen. Ever, ever. Me, be a Christian again, it is not suitable to my life. Christianity does not fit my life at all. It's a hindrance to my life, where we have to go and pray death on people. Nah. Okay, guys, I will be back later on today with our A Time to Kill video. So get ready. We're going to watch these people pray to their God to kill people. Marco, have you seen the For Me the Squirrel cartoon on YouTube called the Amityville Toaster? You'll laugh at that one. Okay. Amityville Toaster. Right. Okay. Okay, Unit 666. Charge my phone now. Right. See you later then. Okay. And Unit 666, I saw your response. I will message you because that gentleman, I don't know. I'm worried. Guys, is any of you subscribed to Atheist Small? Please do subscribe to Atheist Small. I'm worried for him. I don't know. I'm worried for him. Oh well. I don't know what's going on with him. I don't know anything, but when I go and watch him, I feel like he needs some kind of help. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to say. Anyway, guys, see you later on. A Time to Kill, A Time to Die. These Christians, they never stop. All right, guys, see you later on, okay? Bye, everyone. See you later.